Welcome to Mika Amcha Yisrael. Parshat Korach tells how Korach instigated a rebellion against the leadership of Moshe Rabbeinu. This act involved a surprising amount of chutzpah, given the fact that Moshe had just delivered Am Yisrael from slavery in Mitzrayim, led them through the sea, and brought them ultimately to Har Sinai. So what was the source of his astounding brazenness? The Midrash shares that a few hundred years earlier, when the entire wealth of the civilized world was amassed by Egypt, a large portion of the treasure was eventually funneled to Korach. It is said that Korach's wealth was so great that he required a caravan of 300 mules just to transport the keys to his treasure house. It was this magnificent wealth, explain the commentators, that prompted Korach to challenge Moshe's leadership. Wealth is a wonderful resource, yet like anything, it can be abused. At times, wealth creates a sense of power and entitlement, which then manifests inappropriately. Chachamim teach that wealth is a tremendous nisayon in life, and perhaps even greater than the test of poverty. The real challenge is to use it for the betterment of mankind, and to avoid using it as a prop for one's ego. That was Korach's fatal mistake. The following story, shared by Rav Yaakov Shayish, tells a remarkable account of Arihav Braun, a secular Jew from Ra'anana, who embarked on a journey. In 2006, Arihav ventured to Beijing, China, to establish a significant import line for Israel. He recounts his extraordinary experience with his partner, Rav Moshe Segal, the son of the esteemed Rav Dan Segal Shalita. As they prepared to meet in China on Sunday, Rav Moshe Segal posed a thoughtful question. Arihav, considering our differing backgrounds and your arrival on Shabbat, how can I possibly navigate this vast city alone amongst 1 billion Chinese? Arihav got the message and agreed to move his flight forward, both arriving at an opulent 7-star hotel on the 17th floor. Reb Moshe then said with a warm smile, Arihav, I have a special request for you. Although you don't keep Shabbat, I invite you to experience its beauty once. Since you're free from work anyway, and you certainly don't speak Chinese, might I suggest that we spend Shabbat together. We'll pray with Chabad, we'll sing Zimirot, and we'll even do the daf together. What do you say? Yallah, I'm happy to oblige. And as they prepared to enjoy their first Shabbat meal together, a logistical challenge arose. Rather than navigating the 17 floors, Reb Moshe suggested setting up a makeshift table in the luxurious lobby adorned with the majestic armchairs. And just as they began their meal, the hotel manager appears, curious about their unusual setup. What's the occasion for dining in the lobby, he asked, concerned that maybe something was amiss, perhaps the AC malfunctioned in their room. We're fine, thank you, answered. As Jews, we observe Shabbat, and we refrain from using elevators, hence the reason that we're in the lobby. The manager's eyes widen with fascination. You're Jews? I've read about your nation. Wise, compassionate, and beloved by God. You're the children of the Holy One, blessed is He. You're princes. You're important and esteemed. But what followed was even more astonishing. With a sharp whistle, literally, the manager summoned 8 sturdy men who appeared as if by magic. They approached us with respectful bows, and with the grace and precision of a well-rehearsed ceremony, lifted our chairs high into the air. Effortlessly, they carried us up this grand staircase, 17 floors, each step taken with the utmost care and dignity. It felt as though we were being escorted by royal guards. Their synchronized movement, smooth and deliberate, the opulence of the hotel surroundings, combined with this regal procession, created an almost surreal atmosphere. In mere minutes, we were gently placed back in our luxurious room, where we savored our kibbeh and lachma bashim, basking in an extraordinary sense of divine grace. In that moment, I truly felt like royalty, enveloped in the warmth of Shabbat. It was an experience that transcended the ordinary, leaving an indelible mark on my soul, and observing that singular Shabbat was like being enveloped in a purifying embrace. It was a moment that transcended reality, and I shared this experience with my wife, who went on to say, Arihav, only a horse moves backwards. Our family will join you in observing Shabbat from now on. And so we began our journey into the world of Shabbat observance, a path that transformed our lives. Upon my return to Israel, I hastened to visit Rav Dan Segal Shalita, the esteemed Mashgiach and Sadiq, accompanied by his son, Rav Moshe Segal. The Rav offered sagacious advice. Arihav, a table requires 3 legs to stand firm. You've committed to observing Shabbat with your family and wearing tefillin daily. You've got 2 legs. Now I urge you, embrace the laws of Taharat HaMishpacha, family purity, the 3rd and final leg. I would also recommend go and seek guidance from the Clevelander Rebbe in Ra'anana that's close to your home. This encounter sparked an instant connection, and my family and I flourished spiritually under the Rebbe's guidance, and my wife found inspiration in the Rebbetzin Shiurim, and since we've established a yeshiva in Bnei Brak for at-use Rith children in Ramot, a shul also dedicated for the Clevelander Rebbe. Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, reflecting on the stories of Korach and Arihav, we uncover a profound lesson in the use of wealth and power. Korach's immense wealth led to his downfall, as he used it to fuel his ego and challenge divine authority. In contrast, Arihav, initially distant from his faith, found a path to spiritual elevation through a humble and transformative Shabbat experience in Beijing. While Korach's riches became a burden, Arihav's journey enriched his soul and his family's spiritual life. You know why? The true measure of greatness lies not in material wealth, but in the purity of one's actions and intentions. And just as Arihav embraced Shabbat and transformed his life, may we all strive, inshallah, to harness our blessings for the greater good. In the end, it's not the keys to our treasure houses, but the keys to our hearts that unlock true fulfillment. Shabbat Shalom Mivorach.